Hello, hello. Welcome in, gang. Hello. Kaiju Kitty, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Super Simple 360, hello. Welcome in. Let's go, OG. Goji SM. Gifted 100 subs. I don't think so. I wish. Oh, man. What up, Kaiju Canuck? Oh, OG Goji SM. Life is good. I hope you're doing well. How you doing? The upcoming... Oh, wrong app? You can give stuff on YouTube. Sometimes people do. Goji Wars. right. All right, we're standing strong. Favorite AOT soundtrack? Well, it's gotta be You See Big Girl / TTT, right? Out of context, that sounds really bizarre, but that's how the tracks are named. But it's gotta be that one, right? The Marley one's also really good too, from season 3. AOT is my favorite anime. Yeah, same here. AOT is fantastic. It's a great show. I have my pre-order down on the final season, final chapters special edition. So I'm really looking forward to having that. And it looks like you can actually put the other 2 parts of the season into the last part. So I'm really excited about that, actually. Oh. I would say mine, except them look like... Yes, that's true. It's true. Some of them are just symbols. Some of them are just symbols. It's really funny. That's the one that goes Tara Taram Tara Ra Ra Ra. Yes, exactly. That's exactly how it goes. Oh, how's everybody's Thursday going? Going all right? Doing okay? How we feeling? What is your channel's birthday wish? What's the channel's birthday wish? Honestly, things have been going really well for the channel, and I hope that things continue to go well. That's all. I don't have big aspirations. I'd love to get sponsored by Super 7. I feel like I've earned it at this point, but we'll see. 7B at symbol dollar symbol is my favorite. Yes, quite good. I finished rewatching the entirety of AOT in 1 month, and TBH, I can watch it how many times I want, and I can never get bored of it if I have to be honest. No, it's a great show. It's a fantastic show. Trying to figure out a new shelf I got. Turns out I have next to no room in the collection now. Yeah, you've come to the point where you need to start selling things, unfortunately. 1 more year and the channel can start preschool. That's not quite true, but it's getting there. My channel's 1 year old now, which means I need to send it off for daycare, though. And that gets expensive. Spire Talon, what's your favorite part of being a YouTuber? Well, Talon. First of all, Talon, congrats again on your -1 review blowing up. I think last I checked, I think it was like at 11,000 views. So that was really huge for you. So congrats again. Favorite part about being a YouTuber? I think my favorite part about being a YouTuber is like, for a long time, I didn't have that many people to talk to about this stuff, and now I have a lot of people to talk to about this stuff, so that's really nice. Lataro, I'm just rotting while waiting for the Chainsaw Man movie. I totally forgot that that's coming out. When is that coming out again? Canuck Academy, when? Oh, sooner than you think. I love Hiya Toys, but they're releasing so many figures now to the point where I'm kind of overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, they're spacing their stuff out by a month, right? And that's what Monster Arts does as well. They kind of space it. They try to space it out once per month. And they've got them at like 50 bucks, which is not so bad. That's not so bad. Elden Ring stream when? I've actually beaten Elden Ring a couple of times, but I play it on the PlayStation. I don't have it on PC, but I really like Elden Ring. Fantastic game. We don't ever like it, that's too bad. I really like the Chainsaw Man anime. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. Alex, congrats to 1 year on YouTube. Thank you, Alex, and thank you for supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for all of the Twitter notifications when news drops. I really appreciate it. Plague Doc, yo, welcome in, Plague Doc. I hope your gorilla adoption has gone well. The only Haya I own is King of the Monsters Godzilla. You have that figure. So I have the original Godzilla, the very first one that has the pin in the jaw. That's actually my favorite Haya figure, actually. And then I've got the translucent heat ray one. And then I just recently got the energized Godzilla. So those are the 3 Godzillas that I have from them. Movie Monster Series has me on a chokehold since they have a set of 5 Showa figures coming later this year, and I have no clue if it's all in one box or 5 releases. And God help me if it's a whole box. Yeah, they were really weird with the wording, weren't they? It was like I forget the phrasing, but they said it was going to be like a collection, I guess. But a collection doesn't necessarily mean that they all come at once, right? So I guess we just have to wait and see. But if it all came at once, I guess it would be similar to like the memorial box stuff. In the EU, highest stuff is 75 euros on norm, which is way higher than $50. I hate these relative prices. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. Alex, anytime over here, I'm double fisting my Super 7 minus Goji. Well, I've only got the one right now, but I'm here fiddling with it. I love this figure. It's great. Have you heard of Big Action Bill? I think that this is like the 2nd or 3rd time I've heard of Big Action Bill, but I'm not familiar. I don't know too much. It's been almost a year since I got a Godzilla figure. GG's. It's been like a week since I got mine. Baby gorilla looked like a teddy bear. Yeah, it's true. The new studio series for Transformers 1 are... Yeah, I heard people weren't really happy with that live stream. And the figures aren't due until next year, I think, which is kind of lame. Which previously released Monstars figure do you not have that you really want? I really want Gigan. Gigan's one of my favorite kaiju. It's just that the prices are a bit high for the figure, and I also don't know who to trust, because I feel like I'm getting mixed signals between people. Like, some people are like, that figure's really fragile, and then others are like, no, that figure's great. And I just don't know. It just seems like a lot of money to throw down on something like that. So for the Movie Monster series, they said a set, I believe, and a set was used for Gigan Rex, but it was 2 separate releases, thank God. Yeah. So I guess the point being that it's unclear. We're not really sure. Congrats on 1 year as well. Can't wait to see what you do next. Oh, well, thank you very much, Talon. Did Super 7 ever reveal their figure? I'm not really sure what you mean there. Are you an Ultraman fan? No, I don't really follow Ultraman. My dad was an Ultraman fan when he was a kid. Not to the same extent that I'm a Godzilla fan, but like, he would see Ultraman on TV as a kid, and he really liked Ultraman. On the 25th, I get to adopt a gorilla. Very nice. Final Wars Gigan or Showa Gigan. Yeah, I know that Gigan Final Wars, we've had a couple of opportunities, but Showa Gigan is the one that I would have liked. To be honest, for Transformers 1, just get the YOLO Parks. YOLO Park is killing it, man. I don't know what's with all these Chinese companies deciding to lock in all of a sudden, but they're all making such good stuff. Also tonight, the Penguin series releases. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not at all interested in the Penguin series. I thought the Batman with Robert Pattinson was okay. It wasn't my favorite thing, and I definitely don't really feel compelled to watch the show. At the point in collecting, I either wait for a Bandai or Playmates release of a kaiju or spend $150 for a figure from 30 years ago. Yeah, that is the state of the hobby. Right? You got the niche tax, right? Like this guy right here. $50. Not $50, but 50 years ago. Character from 50 years ago. You gotta pay the niche tax. That's how it goes. It's unfortunate. You're pretty pumped about the Penguin series. Oh, I'm glad. I hope you like it. Did you hear about them Transformers figures? They look like dog shiz. Yeah, I did a video on it. I think that they are incredibly disappointing. I think they could have done so much with that. And who knows why the licensing who knows why it turned out the way that it did. I saw the theory that they went with the Laser Optimus mold for Kiryu just to do the shoulder cannons, and I just feel like that is super lame. Oh man. Kaijutopia, thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I'd love to get you on for Jeopardy sometime in the future. I thought you posted something that had to do with Super 7 revealing something on September 16th. On September 16th? I don't think so. I think it was that was the Blazing Godzilla and then Reaction Wave 5. I believe that's what it was. Canuck, did you find people under that? Don't know what you're talking about. Got the notification that my Super 7 -1 will arrive tomorrow from Entertainment Earth. So excited. I'm excited for you. I'm waiting for mine from Amazon Canada. I had some gift card credit from Amazon Canada, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have Showa Gigan. He's great. I don't mess with his wings, but he doesn't even come with a stand to display him in flight mode. I'm a harsh critic of Monster Arts, but their Showa Gigan is solid for me. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I've seen your, I know your comments about Monster Arts, but it's good to know that Gigan is solid. I'm always in the market for a good Gigan figure. I'm gonna leave the stream, bro. Me and my dad are such big fans of your channel and keep doing what you're doing. Oh, thank you very much, OG GoGSM. I hope you have a great night. Jerry, Lynn, Mamaril, how you doing? I'm doing great. Life is good. We're in the middle of a bathroom renovation right now, and they've torn everything out of that room. And I was so scared that there would be mold or asbestos in the walls, and there was nothing. So that was very good. And I'm very grateful for it. Life is good. Life is so much better than the internet would have you believe. I think that we should all take stock a little bit more. Spire Talon, would you be open to the idea of working on a video with me in the future? Absolutely. Gorillas are my favorite. Yeah, man. Gorillas are great. Gorillas will beat the shit out of you, though. Gorillas are very, very strong. Dude, I just found Playmates Giant Mothra and Tiamat while buying envelopes. I'm so happy. I'm happy for you. I got my pre-order Amazon Canada for Tiamat, and then I actually don't know. Let me actually check. Let me check when this is supposed to ship. So Giant Mothra is supposed to ship tomorrow from GameStop. My wife bought it for my birthday, but it didn't ship when it said it was going to ship. So hopefully I'll get that one soon. Plagued Grimlock was a good choice, but why Optimus? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. In that video, I was like, here's like 3 other ones you could have done for Godzilla. And yet here we are. Of all the figures, is the first Mothra, Ghidorah, Rodan so hard to find? I get Kamacuras or Kumonga, but those are the big 5. I don't want to spend $130 for Ghidorah older than a few nations. Are we talking about movie monster series? Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, I mean, they are the big 5, right? Like, I think it's just a matter of time before you see them again. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. But what do you think about Monster Arts making a new Gamera figure? Yeah, like I didn't make a video about it, but like I have the first one, and it's a great figure. the chest pieces, the stomach pieces on mine are a little bit loose, but it's a solid figure. I'm glad that they're reissuing it for the people that didn't get it the first time. And it stands to reason, I think, that if they're reissuing this one like they reissued the Gamera 3 one, then we're also going to get the villain from the movie like we did with Gamera 3. So I think I think you can expect a rather large Legion figure in the future. Played my first Warhammer 40k game in a while and I got cooked. I really want to play that game. I don't have that much time to play video games these days. And I don't want to spend that much money on a game that I'm probably not going to have a chance to play very much. But I did pick up Astrobot, and I've been working my way through Astrobot. Astrobot's a lot of fun. It's a great game. Goji Wars, working on a custom Kumonga sculpt. Paint-wise is much better than my earlier works, but ran out of clay materials, so that's fun. You're gonna have to make an Amazon order. Zenith Darkstar, hey Kaiju Kanaki, make great stuff. Your channel's growth is completely deserved. Keep doing what you do. Thank you very much, Zenith Darkstar. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eric, can you do a kickflip? I can try to do a kickflip. Pterosaur Rodan. Pterosaur Rodan was right there. That would have been so easy. It's ridiculous. Spire Talent, is there a problem liking Dangerville? Because I heard some things about them and I want to get your thoughts. Is there a problem with you liking Dangerville? There's no problem with you liking Dangerville. Not at all. Okay, if you watch Dangerville and you like their content, that's totally fine. I think that there are some legitimate questions that people have around how they navigate the YouTube algorithm and the impact that has on the YouTube ecosystem for other creators in the space. I think that there are genuine conversations to be had. But you as a fan, if you like their content, if you enjoy their content, if you think their content is good for the is good stuff, there's nothing wrong with liking it. Happy 1 year. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Looking forward to our stream later tonight. For those who don't know, we are doing another stream at, well, I guess in just under 2 hours over at the Figure Mania show. So when we end it here in about an hour and a bit, we'll take a small break and then head over to the Figure Mania show one. I meant figures existing like Showa Ghidorah. Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No, well, again, it is the big five, so I'm hoping that like those characters can get redone. You know, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. I still think that NECA fumbled the ball by not doing classic iterations of Mothra and Rodan, even though they fully admitted that they could have, and they just chose not to. So, yeah, here's hoping. Yeah, I'm content with my original Gamera figure arts. Yeah, it's a great figure. The new one, like, you get the battle damaged shoulder piece, and the colors are a little bit more vibrant on the new one. But if you have the old one, I think you're in pretty much good shape. You're not missing out on too much. Mike's Monsters is Mike Wazowski. How'd you know? Ooh, a Legion figure would go hard. Maybe Gauss. So I think they're working their way backwards, right? Like they did Gamera 2, then 3, then Gamera 1. And now they're doing the decisive battle versions. They did Gamera 3 and they did Iris. Now they're doing Gamera 2. And if we're going with the pattern, it would be Legion. Then I think you'd get Gamera 1 decisive battle. And then you would get Gauss. It is weird to me that Gauss is taking so long. Like I thought Gauss would be the first one out the gate. But we'll see. Legion will cost a baby and a half and 3 kidneys. See, I don't like the quantities that you chose there because a person only has 2 kidneys. So I don't like the implications there. I played Warhammer 40k the board. Oh, it was the board game. I see. I see. At G-Fest, I got a Baragon figure by... Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Did you see that on one of the covers for the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Godzilla comics, the Yellow Ranger, whose Zord is Baragon, she's in the crouching position and the roaring position as a tribute to Ryota. So Ryota. So I thought that was really fun. So that's really cool. You got it signed. Happy 1 year on YouTube, by the way. It's insane how quick you grew. I'm gonna eat food now. Thank you very much, Ensbro GD. I really appreciate it. Mike's Monsters. I am Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski. It'd be cool if we did a stream together. You tell me what you want to do as a stream, and we'll see how it goes. If only YMSF was much more widespread, I'd be able to get those instead. Me not grabbing the 62 Kong at GFest for $50 from them haunts me to this day. Yeah, that is a tough pill to swallow. I'm sorry, man. I'm not really big on the YMSF stuff too much. Some of their stuff is really cool, but by and large, like, I want their Wendigo figure, but also I don't want to pay $200 for it. So that's kind of where I'm stuck. What do you think about the new CCP middle size series Gamera vinyl figures? I think that they look neat. The CCP stuff is not really up my alley too much. Here and there, there's ones that I like. But I think that they look neat. I wonder if they'll make a Gamera the Brave Monster Arts. Maybe. Maybe. It's a good question. Gamera the Brave, I feel like, is like the redheaded stepchild. Needs more merch. It needs more merch. The baby and a half was okay, but the 3 kidneys was okay. Understandable. Yes. How about Ryota voices Baragon in the Monsterverse, like, makes the sound? That'd be a fun little tribute. What toy company would you like to see get the Godzilla license? Honestly, at this point, like, who? Like, maybe McFarlane? Maybe McFarlane? Because, like, if you see what McFarlane is doing with the DC multiverse, like, he's going hard, man. He's making all the characters, and he's making molds that he only is planning to use once. I feel like McFarlane could do really great stuff with Godzilla. And yeah, so maybe McFarlane. Like, we've got, you know, the okay, so, like, here we are with the state of Godzilla merchandise. We've got 3-0 coming in. Their figures are going to be like in the 150 to 200 range. Then you've got like Monster Arts in the like $100 range. Then you've got Super 7 coming in at the $85 range. Hiya Toys coming in at like the $50 range. You've got Bandai doing stuff now at the 6-inch line. They did like Godzilla Final Wars and Kiryu, and now they've got -1. Those are at like the $30 range. Then you've got Funko Pops at like the $15 range. Like, you've got stuff all over the board. But that being said, I still think that McFarlane, if they were to come in and do like a $20 to $25 kaiju action figure, they might be good for the ecosystem. So yeah, that was a very impassioned response to that question. Mimic 69, let's go indeed. Shin Robjira, happy 1 year Canuck. Buy $25 worth of pasta. Do it. I will do it for you, Shin Robjira. Do you have a preference of pasta shape? Kaiju Fan 1954, congrats on 1 year. Thank you, Kaiju Fan 1954. I really appreciate it. Rebel Tech, so people realize that Monster Arts isn't as bad as it could be. Oh, so you don't like Rebel Tech? I don't have any Rebel Tech stuff. I really thought about picking up their Attack on Titan one, but it's just a lot of money. And right now I'm, you know, my wife's on mat leave. I'm trying to take care of the family, so I can't really indulge in too many things that aren't like my main screws. What's your thoughts on the future of Hiya, since they're going to be both an upcoming both GMK Godzilla and Godzilla 2000? Yeah, I have many thoughts about I have many thoughts about. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Kyle Wadiga's messaging me. Because we're doing our stream later tonight, and gotta make sure he's got the information. One second. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. There we go. Okay. So thoughts on Haya? I mean, Haya is absolutely killing it. There is an interview coming from Toho Kingdom, and it was done in collaboration with Michael over at Articulation Series. I think I might have gotten 1 or 2 questions in there too. And there's stuff in that interview that should be exciting for people, but we can't talk about it yet. Talon down to do a stream. Sounds good. Lataro, Gamera the Brave is overhated just because people blame it for the end of Heisei Gamera, but it's not even a bad movie. I still haven't watched it. I actually got the collection recently. I need to pop it in and watch it. It's just something I don't really think about. I'd like to see Mattel make Godzilla figures. If you look at the Jurassic World Hammond collection figures, they are really good and well designed. I see some very polarizing opinions on Hammond collection. I don't know why. I don't know why folks have such, like, they look cool to me. But I don't know. I think people think that I enjoy things too much. So maybe there is something wrong with them. McFarlane had enough of the bowl and locked in. It's true. Baked Ziti a celebrate. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna make the Shinra Jira baked Ziti recipe. It's gonna be a tribute to Shinra Jira, and maybe we'll record it. We'll see. Just looking at their stuff breaks really easy. McFarlane? Maybe. Evan gifted 5 memberships. Evan, thank you so much. Evan is, if you watched my hot sauce video, you know Evan was there. Evan, thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it, Evan. He's the best. You do miss Revoltech figures? I've never had a Revoltech figure. I found a Revoltech Legion in a store, but she's so small it's just not worth it. Yeah. I really hope GMK. Okay, yes, Haya needs to complete the GMK roster. Okay, if that means we'll get like 2 Ghidorah variants, we'll get 3 Godzilla variants. Just do it. Like, I hope they do. I really hope they do. Kyle, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you midstream with my tongue. Don't worry about it, Kyle. You're always welcome here, man. You can interrupt me whenever you want. Revoltech stuff breaks really easily. Interesting. Evan, my boy, 1 year already. Yes, Evan, thank you. Thank you again. Thank you for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. Tip for Gamera the Brave, watch it before the other 3 just to be as unbiased as possible. It's definitely a kids movie, but that has never meant bad movie. So I've watched the other 3. I don't know if people are aware of this watching my content, but like I can go in with the right expectations. Okay, so like I'm not gonna go in and hold this to the Gamera Heisei trilogy. I'm gonna go in and say this is a new movie, right? And if it's a kids movie, that's totally fine. Kids movies can be dope. Are the GXK and Godzilla and Kong the SHMA versions of Tamashi's entry-level figures? Usually those are cheaper, no accessories. But if not, should they? What they should? I'm not sure what the question. So GXK, Godzilla, and Kong were offered at lower price points, and it possibly has to do with the fact that those were Hollywood movies and they anticipated that they would sell a lot more of them, and therefore they were able to get their production numbers higher, and you reduce your tooling, you amortize the tooling costs and all that stuff if you just make a boatload of these things. So that's my guess. But it's definitely like the outlier, right? Like I remember when we were I think it was Broom Criticizer. That was the guy I was talking to. He was like, Godzilla Evolved will be $90 or $100, and I was like, I don't think it'll be more than 110. And then the fucking solicitation comes out, and it's like 140. So yeah, those are definitely the outliers. My problem with Godzilla toys is the different companies not having commitment and giving us complete toy lines for each respective era. I 100% agree with you, Sam. I really wish that some of these companies would just commit to, just completing a roster. If you watch the latest chat with Brian Flynn from Super 7, it sounds like when we get to Millennium, we're not going to be... It sounds like we're not even going to be close to complete rosters, which I think is okay for some of the movies. But like GMK, I want the full roster. Like, that's the whole bit of the movie, is Godzilla versus the Guardian monsters. I need the Guardian monsters. You know what I mean? Like, if it's Destroy All Monsters and it's like, oh, we're not going to include Baragon because Baragon appears for half a second, or Varan, then okay, I get it. But like, GMK is GMK when you have the full cast. So I need that. I totally get it that some of these monsters are not notable, or sometimes I'm gonna get crucified for this, but sometimes these characters are not interesting enough to carry at the casual customer level. Some of these models, like the Ultimates model, it's meant to be like made to order, and they go in assuming lower interest in some of these characters. I just really want more of these full rosters. That's what I really want. That's what I want. I'll buy every variant possible to fund that. Like the GMK cast, I'll get all the variants. Give me Baragon ears folded back and then Baragon ears folded forward. I'll do it. Okay, I'll put down the money. Just make the character. Childish Landino. Hello, Childish Landino. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Always on top of kaiju scoops on Twitter. Very in tune. I always appreciate seeing what's going on. Apparently the Hammond collection has issues with accuracy to the dinos on screen, such as having feet too large, glass eyes that look dead, and lacking paint for what's supposed to be for collectors. I see. Okay. See, to me, like, they just look like cool dinosaur toys. But if you're telling me that they're marketed at collectors, and perhaps I'm not familiar with the price points, but if they carry a collector price point, then that definitely makes more sense to me. Why people might not, why people might have their issues with it. Hayatoy's Minya would go crazy. Okay, you know what worries me is when Super 7 did Wave 3 of Reaction, on multiple sites, Minya was selling out before the others. So I guess Minya's got more traction than we might give credit for it. Do you think that Super 7 will reissue minus color? I think it's still too early to tell. I don't know if they will reissue the standard minus color. I hope that they do. But I definitely think there's like Odo Goji, Heat Ray Godzilla, pressure damage Godzilla, all from that movie. And you could do all three of those in minus color. So I think there will be more minus color. I don't know if it will be this one, though. Exactly. If you make figures from Destroy All Monsters, why would you make like Godzilla and Baragon, but not Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan? Probably part of the reason why NECA fell. Yeah. Right. Like the cast, the ensemble of monsters is what makes Godzilla such a compelling franchise. It's a weird thing. Like, I get it. Like, I get why maybe not the whole general customer is interested in a character like King Caesar, right? I get it. I totally get it. But I just wish we had a fix for this, right? Like if Hiya Toys was like, hey, we'll make King Caesar, but he's gonna be triple the price of a normal figure, then like I would still want to do that, but it would kind of suck. Lido, hello. Hello. Half of Toho's monsters aren't interesting, to be honest. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Like, there's a charm and a nostalgia that we have for them. But for the person going down the toy aisle that's just looking for a cool toy, like, perfect example, Ebera, you know? Ebera, he's a lobster. How many people want the lobster? So, who made your channel profile picture and outro? Fiverr.com. I love Fiverr. Fiverr made my intro. Fiverr made my emoji. Well, I mean the people on Fiverr, I should say. But some of that stuff I think is due for an update. Would you say Gamera Heisei trilogy is on the level of the Lord of the Rings, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars? No, I would not say that. and I don't want people to think that I've said that. Thanks, Evan Miskus, for gifting me a membership. Yeah, man, Evan's the best. I will say this forever. I don't know if this will pop up on screen, but those are the skull emojis that you get access to if you're a channel member. Dude, Movie Monster Movie Monster Series Minya sold out on the G Store in less than a day. I don't get it, man. I don't get the Minya train. I don't get it. I don't know who's all these people buying Minya. Toku Society, congrats on the 1 year anniversary. Thank you very much, Toku Society. Toku Society was one of my earliest followers on Twitter and on YouTube. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Jerry, does that certain Discord server still trash talk you? So that Discord server, that was Sir Melee's, the YouTuber Sir Melee. He went in, he cleaned it up. He messaged me. We were talking in the background as he was cleaning things up. I don't think he got rid of all of like the really problematic people. And like let me just state it for the record. I don't really mind too much if people go in and they trash talk me on Discord. It doesn't bother me that much. I do wish that people would comment on my videos and tell me what they don't like, what they find, disagreeable with. But if they don't want to do that, that's totally fine. But when it gets to the point of like them having polls of which YouTubers they want to send to the farm, like, yeah, that's obviously problematic. But to go back to the question, no, I don't think that server is nearly as bad. And people, I hope people are still free to share whatever opinions they have. Godzilla Day predictions. So the only prediction I have for Godzilla Day, I expect, well, no, okay, so there's a couple. So from Monster Arts, I'm assuming that they will have something to align with their like short films, the ones that they do every year. Obviously like GMK Ghidorah, who was revealed and inserted at the end of last year's, would be amazing. So that's what I'm hoping for. I recently saw that Super 7 is not on the list of exhibitors for New York Comic Con this year, which is a bit of a bummer, but it does give me my wallet a little bit of time to breathe. I'm hoping that there will be more glow reactions on Godzilla Day, because I love the glow reactions. But other than that, it can be a real toss-up. If I have like a Hail Mary type thing, I think that Hiya Toys will come out with something. I think that Hiya Toys will come out with their -1 on Godzilla Day. I have absolutely no reason to believe that they will. This is a complete shot in the dark. Do not take my word for this. But I think that that's when they'll debut -1. Minya is just that peak. He's got a new summer camp comic to himself. Yeah. I celebrate my first year as a YouTuber on the 12th of October. Well, I guess early congratulations, Entertainment Headquarters. And I hope that you have a long career on YouTube to come. I want Super 7 to do a Shinden in one of their other -1 figures. I'm mad that the Monster Arts is trapped in a Japan. It's not even a Japan exclusive. Like, it's a Japan lottery exclusive. That's probably what burns the most, right? Is it that you want an official one, Childish Landino? Like, I think there are some artists that are making some. It seems like the opportunity's there, but I'm with you. I do hope that we get a. I think a Shinden from Super 7 would make sense with the pressure damaged variant if and when they get to that one. That's just my thought. Honestly, they should do more -1 reissues because I see how it could pretty much fund another mold on its own. Yeah, definitely agree with that. YMSF deserves a bigger license, man. They're doing some real deep cuts. Shame it's hard to get them. So like a bigger license in terms of what characters they can do, or a bigger license in terms of like distribution stuff. Do you think that Haya will make Showa exquisite basic figures? Maybe a little bit. I want the lobster. I'm waiting Super 7 witness me. Yes. Do you trust INS Hobby with handling units for the Haya Burning Godzilla exclusive? So, this is a funny one. Because in my video, I mentioned that I reached out to INS Hobby and asked them, "Are you going to be like, is this a problem? This?" And they were like, "Yeah, like maybe we'll get fewer units, but don't worry about it." And then in that video, I said, "And maybe others will end up getting it. Caucus Toys, Cool Toys Club, maybe they will in fact end up getting this figure." And somebody in the community watched my video and didn't get that far, and then thought it would be nice to run me through the mud a little bit, saying that I was misinforming my audience. So that was a fun thing to see. But I'm also not going to be held responsible for somebody not being able to watch the last 2 minutes of a 6-minute video. Do I trust INS Hobby? INS Hobby has been very kind to me. Before I responded to their partnership offer, I reached out to Shin Robjira, who works with INS Hobby as well, just to see, like, you know, what's it like working with them. His experiences have been very good as well. I have no reason at this point to distrust them. If something goes wrong with Haya Burning Godzilla battle version, then I think we will have to deal with that when we get to it. But at this time, I don't have any reason to doubt them. Son of Godzilla is better than Lord of the Rings. You brave soul. I like how Haya Toys have their toys at a reasonable price, but the more they sell, the bigger they get. I believe the price points will raise. I think there are two things that will lead to higher price points. One is inflation, as that is the thing that we are all battling against. But the only other situation I see the prices raising is if they start hiring, because Haya Toys is a small company. It is a relatively small company. If they start hiring more people to increase their output, then you need to pay those people salaries. You need to raise your prices. I think that's how they'll do it. So I can see them raising prices if their output significantly increases. Minya degeneracy seems to be real. P. Diddy probably fought 1,000. God damn it. That's so funny. Unfortunately, I can't stick around today, but congrats on 1 year. It's been awesome to watch your channel grow. Have a fantastic night. Derek, D-Man, thank you so much, man. It's been so great getting to know you and to chat with you. You have a fantastic night as well. D-Man, Hearts. The Hammond Collection says they have movie-accurate sculpts and sell a T-Rex that has wonky proportions for $58. Okay, I got it. Daniel Dickerson, congrats on the 1 year Kaiju Canuck. You were right about the Haya kind of treats their original MonsterVerse Ghidorah like a second child over the golden one. Yeah, a little bit. Since Super 7 will go for obscure or unreleased monsters, how about GMK, Varan, Anguirus, and Anguirus with Baragon? I think that there's a good chance you might see that in reaction. I think that unique variations of existing monsters are going to be more compelling than the deep cut characters. Like, let's say, what's the walrus's name? What's the walrus? MM's gonna kill me. Where's MM? He's gonna kill me. What's that lobster's name? Or the walrus's name? No. Maguma, I think it is. So anyways, all this to say, I think reaction, that this might make sense for reaction. Do you think Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla will look good in final production / mass production? Also, can you give my channel a shout out? Everybody go to Heisei Creations. Do I think the Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla will look good in final production / mass production? Like, I hope so. I don't think it's a good look if you sell something that is not represented by the promotional materials. And I know somebody's going to give me shit about saying that because they're going to be like, oh, well, you like Super 7. Super 7 sells things on renders. But I do think that it will look good. As good as a resin prototype that has been hand painted by Sakai himself, I doubt it, but we'll see. Congrats on the year anniversary. Thank you very much, JC. I sent you that script in DMs. Let's just say I've been barely working on it. I might just hold off and work on a different script because it's taken so long. Yeah, I mean, like, you got to work on something that you're fired up about, right? To be fair, SH gave 1971 Hedera, not 2004. I feel either we get Goji 74, Mecha 74 repaint, or Ghidorah 64. Yeah. I feel like a decisive battle version of Mechagodzilla 74 is fairly likely. Yeah. I think on Godzilla Day, SH will announce a Mechagodzilla 74. Okay, it's the next bloody comment. Yeah, I think you're right. I need Haya to do Shin too. So I have the NECA Shin right over here. And it's fine for the $25 US that I spent on it. But I never picked up the Monster Arts because the Monster Arts just didn't really appeal to me. But I'm definitely in the market for like a really nice looking Shin figure. I do hope that Haya gets to it. 1 year on YouTube and still the same old. That's the dream. I found you because of your Skipper video. Time is flying by. Yeah, that video. If you go to my channel, that video is like by far the best one in terms of performance. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Shin Rubjira, facts, Landino, facts. Yes, Shin would be great. 1 year on YouTube and still the same old setup. I see. Congratulations, cannot keep up the grind. Yeah, man, this is the setup. I just need a purple LED. Well, actually, I have a baby crib now. I have a baby crib here. So, yeah, I like to shake it up. Hello, Kaiju Canuck. Happy 1 year on YouTube. Thank you very much, Godzilla boy. I really appreciate it. Toku Society. I could see Haya doing a 54 figure and possibly one of the late 60s, early 70s Gojis. I think that when Haya gets to Showa, if and when Haya gets to Showa, I think that they're going to want to start with something really popular. Whether that's 1954, whether that's a Mechagodzilla, like I wouldn't expect like obviously I'm not going to expect something like fucking Gabara, but I do think that it's going to have to be something that people have really resonated with, whether that's like Mechagodzilla or even like Jet Jaguar, maybe Gigan. I don't know if we'll see like a Megalon toward the beginning. Maybe Hedera. I think we're going to start to see popular characters every once in a while from Haya in terms of Showa. Haya doing a 54 would honestly be really cool and probably replace my NECA 54 Goji on my display. Yeah. Oh, Kaiju Kitty, I appreciate you. I used your link to get a discount and from UK and got the Energized Godzilla very fast. Great to hear that. Larva Train, I definitely have a better trust and understanding now from what you have said. Oh, well, thank you very much, Larva Train. Appreciate that. Not watch a video and then just go and kind of reply to it as if they had... Yeah, crazy stuff. Happy 1 year anniversary. Your channel's the GOAT. Thank you very much, Heisei Creations. I appreciate it. Have you seen the new Godzilla X Marvel comic variant covers? The Venom is so sick. Yes, I have seen it. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so I'm trying to make my way through these comments. I just ramble too damn much. Thank you, everyone. Maguma. Walro? No. Nuclear Goji Guy sub chat. Welcome in, Nuclear Goji Guy. Daniel Dickerson, where do you want your channel to go? Casey, what is your overall vision for it? Honestly, guys, I really like what I'm doing now. Like, I like talking about the figures as they come out. I like talking about like the things that we're seeing. And, you know, when something comes out and it's a wild price point, like, you know, rather than having that volatile reaction, like being able to talk it through a little bit, like, in terms of where I want the channel to go, I do like what I'm doing now. I'm happy with the interviews that I do. I'm happy with the topics that I discuss. I would like to just work. It's not so much where I'd like the channel to go, but what I would really like to see, and maybe I can be a small piece of it, is I'd really like to see more people actually enjoy this hobby of Godzilla collectibles. Sometimes it feels like people are so bogged down by a weird paint scuff here, or like something that doesn't move quite as much as they want, even though once you take it and you put it on a shelf and your enjoyment is just looking at it, it just feels like people need to enjoy this hobby a little bit more. Or at least remember that hobbies are meant to be enjoyed. And if you're not enjoying yourself here, then it's a good time to stop. That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see more people remembering that this is meant to be something fun that people are meant to enjoy. That is not to say that there are not legitimate issues that we can provide criticisms for, but there's just so much vitriol. There's been so much vitriol, so much like just lashing out, and people using like the most harshest language to describe what are essentially toys. Not even essentially, what are by definition toys. I think the hobby should be fun. That's part of the reason I love Super 7 so much. They make stuff that is fun in a hobby that should be fun. And I would like to see more people have fun with the hobby. That's my answer. Heisei Creations, are you going to G-Fest next year? I am really trying to position myself to be able to go to San Diego Comic-Con next year. If that doesn't work out, we can look at G-Fest potentially. I'd like to go to G-Fest at some point, but I'm not sure. I was disappointed in the -1 from Monster Arts, so got the Ichiban Show sculpted statue instead. My faith in them has dropped and would love to be proven wrong with the Godzilla Evolved. And a company should always be striving to earn your trust as a customer. I think that is a goal that companies should have, right? Like I don't think that companies should be complacent. I think they should be like, when you make a figure, you're not making this figure to be like the second or third best figure. You're making this to be the best figure that you can put out. So I'm sorry to hear that you didn't like your -1 Monster Arts. And I hope that the Godzilla Evolved does bring you back. Haya will announce a Shin just to later on cancel it just to spite Rob. That's really funny. If they cancel, I find them city style. Yeah, you don't mess with the Soprano. The Soprano. I hope you're having a good day. Congrats on your. Thank you very much. Are you interested in watching or getting into Ultraman or Kamen Rider? I really just don't have capacity. I barely have capacity to do YouTube as it is. I just don't have a whole lot of time. Like I have my full-time job, I have a part-time job, and then I have my infant daughter, and then I have YouTube. I really have to pick and choose where I put my time. Still waiting for Haya to do side MonsterVerse Kaiju like Behemoth. I don't think Behemoth is high on the priority list, personally. Aloha. Welcome in, Chrono. Everyone say your opinions on Haya GMK. It's great. By the way, congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. I'm not far behind you. You're on the 12th of October. Yes. Early congratulations to you. Mike, welcome in. There's been almost next to nothing of Maguma. That's true. What would your opinion be on a Super 7 Mechagodzilla or Kiryu figure that comes with his Godzilla against Mechagodzilla gear? So, in my mind, if you're like the Ultimates line being the ultimate version of these characters, I assume that when they do Kiryu, they would want to do him with his 2002 appearance accessories and his 2003 appearance accessories. That would be my guess. And you could probably sell enough units to justify the $85, including all of that stuff. But I also would not be surprised if they split it amongst multiple releases because it's Kiryu. Like, people will buy 2 Kiryus, I think. And maybe they just load each of those releases up separately with as much as you can. Kaiju fan, you're doing great here. Lataro, never the hobby, is actually complaining about the hobby and people fighting online. The hobby is just a that's really funny, actually. Lataro's got the best sense of humor. I love his jokes. He's so elegant with it. I'm going to San Diego in 25, then G-Fest in 2026. I see. Yeah, my hope is to be able to do San Diego 25. I want Monster Arts to bring back the Kyok figures. They did one and never did it again. Yeah, that's true. They didn't do it again. Well, there was the Shin Godzilla that got on ice, which they said it's not canceled, it's just on ice. So maybe they'll do it. Godzilla 1954, King of the Monsters fanatic forever. Hello, my friend. Welcome in. Honestly, I feel like people are hating on Monster Arts too much. I mean, yeah, some of their figures may not have met people's standards, but they also have good figures. People see one bad figure and hate. Yeah, I feel like 2023 was a year where it was actually a lot of solid releases, and then a larger than normal fraction of people, I would say, got dud -1s, and the rest of the year was just a write-off. It didn't matter that the rest of the year was great for the line. So yeah, I just wish that the good figures got as much praise as the bad figures got the not so much hold on, here you go, Rob. I got you, Rob. I got you. Rob is actually asking me the same question that Kyle asked me, so that's really funny. Happy early Zilla week. Less than 2 months out, guys. I think Godzilla Day is going to be great. I don't know if I'm going to sound weird for this, but I'd rather go to G-Fest than go to the bigger Comic-Con. No, you're not weird for that at all. If you only like Godzilla, then you're good. Absolutely agree and well said. SH, NECA, and Haya are all on my shelf and all share parity along with other companies. It's a fun hobby when you remember to have fun. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that people should stop engaging in hobbies that they don't enjoy, or that they are convincing themselves that they enjoy, or even worse, that they're convincing themselves they're doing the rest of the community a favor by being such assholes and dickheads about it. Hi, GMK makes me glad I got rid of my NECA Heat Ray. I still have mine. I'm just waiting for it. I wish I got the SH Destoroyah so bad. Chrono, hang on to that. Someone needs to do Gamera Rebirth toy line. Don't care which of the big 3 companies. It just needs Gamera stuff. Yes, I do wish that Haya would pick up Gamera. I think that would be great. Rebirth Guiron needs respect. Yes. Monster Arts has done 3 Qs and people still want another. Yeah, so this is what I mean, right? Like, people love Q. So I feel like you could do... I think that Super 7 could do 2 variations of Q. I don't know about 3. I think they could do 2, and that would help. The repaint potential would help fund other new molds, like maybe a Mega Gearus, right? Like, that would be great. Do you have any figure collecting hot takes that you still stand by to this day? Do I have any figure hot takes? Oh, I was thinking about one the other day. I need to word it. I need to make sure I word it correctly, though. What did I say it was? Okay. This was okay. I need to get my ducks in a row here a little bit. I need to make sure that I say this properly. If you think that a beam effect makes more sense with a standard looking Godzilla with gray dorsal plates than a beam variant with blue dorsal plates, I don't think you have any right to complain about movie accuracy on a figure ever again. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. If you complain that the beam effect comes with a beam Godzilla with the blue light up plates, and then you're like, oh, there's not enough, the number of scales on this character is not right. Like, no, that you can't have both. Sorry. Kaiju, have you heard of Gigabash? I have Gigabash. I have all the DLC for Gigabash too. I love Gigabash. It's great. I haven't been to Comic-Con since 2010. They made it so difficult to get tickets. I've never been. I really hope to go one day. One day I'll find a Monster HQ that isn't $600 to $800 one day. I think I sold mine a couple years ago out of Canada for like 250 US. That's how high the auction went. So I don't know if I was just selling at a bad time or maybe the person lucked out. I just go to LA Comic-Con. Nice. I would watch Gamma Rebirth if the frame rate wasn't so choppy. I really don't like that style though. The creature design for all the kaiju look incredible. Yes, I definitely see why that might be jarring. I was able to enjoy it despite that, but I definitely see why that is a barrier. Halloween is coming. Mike Myers is hungry. Okay, Guiron is just peak. Yes, I agree. Watch Haya make 54, then a 56 poster, 54 poster Heat Ray C battle version, then a... Yes. That's really funny. Blessed be your soul. Right back at you, buddy. Lataro, Asus, what joke? Yeah, funny. Yo, about to go live myself, but I want to stop by and wish a happy birthday to the channel. Have a great day. Thank you, Goji Guy. And I'm still planning out next episode of Jeopardy. You will be on it. It's just going to take me a little bit of time. Christopher Granados, PSA Pacific Rim 2013 is coming back to theaters at the end of this month. Oh, cool. Very cool. AMC theaters. Very nice. Got my -1 a few months ago and really enjoy him. Has a small paint mistake on one of the fins, but I don't care. Still really like him. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Same kaiju fan. My personal -1 is my favorite. That's great. It's great to hear. Monster Arts, NECA, Haya, Super 7 for me. It doesn't matter if they have varying qualities. I still all enjoy all of them. I collect it equally. Based. Amazing. I feel like Monster Arts will make an event exclusive Shimo in like a year, and it will be called Frost Breath Shimo, and it will come with a Frost Breath effect and a different paint scheme. Just wait. I think that this is only true if the first Shimo sells well. Because if she doesn't sell well, then why would you make a variant that people don't seem to be interested in? My mom ordered a Haya Shimo for me for my birthday next year. Amazing. That's great. I hope that you enjoy it. Daniel Duggar, not a figure question, but how do you maintain the beard? Cool. So, you know what's funny? A couple of weeks ago, I've had a beard, like a full beard for like over 10 years. And a couple of weeks ago, I was doing my thing, and I thought I had the guard on the razor, and I sheared off just the whole thing off the side. And so I had to shave down to just the goatee. And some people noticed in my videos. Some people noticed it and pointed it out, but I've slowly been growing it back. But I just maintain it myself. I just use a razor, like an electric razor, and it works well for me. So yeah, I have no secret sauce, no secret recipe there. What are your top 5 Showa Godzilla films? Terror of Mechagodzilla, because it's amazing. Godzilla versus the Sea Monster for this is in no particular order. Godzilla versus the Sea Monster for sentimental reasons. Godzilla Raids Again. What else am I? Let me look at my reactions. Godzilla versus Megalon. So that's 4, and then probably an Invasion of Astro Monster, in no particular order. Hayatoy Shimo is peak. Hopefully it's good when we get it in hand. By any chance, have you collected any Jurassic Park? No, I don't have any Jurassic Park stuff. I'm a very casual enjoyer of Jurassic Park. I like Jurassic World. I didn't like the next two that followed. Is Haya King Ghidorah hard to assemble? Haya King Ghidorah is... The necks require a lot of heat treatment. I had to boil my necks to get them on, and it even tells you in the instructions, it's like, these are going to be a pain. So, yeah. To be honest, I wish Monster Arts or Haya would make a Tiamat from Godzilla X Kong. I would be very surprised if Monster Arts did. I think that there's a chance from Haya. I feel like Haya sees the popularity of Tiamat. So hopefully. Kronos, the gaming Playmates Tiamat is honestly underrated. I'm hoping to get mine. I don't know when it will be here, but it's coming. Ethan Channel, congratulations on a year. Sorry for joining late. I was busy. Hey, no worries, Ethan. No worries at all. No worries. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much for the kind words. Regener1, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. JC, when your daughter's old enough, you should shave and see if she recognizes you or cries because you're a stranger. Those videos are hilarious. I feel like she did it a little bit because I don't know if you guys remember, but my beard was like really thick on the side, and when it was gone, she looked at me funny for a few minutes. My Dark Horse comic choice for a new figure would be Mechanic Kong from King Kong Escapes 1967. What would yours be? I really hope that they can sort out the rights for Kong and Mechanic Kong. I think that somebody should just make the figure and let the license holders come out of the woodwork and claim their stake so that we can just kind of get over this. You know? But what would yours be? Dark horse choice. If we're talking like deep, because I say like Titanosaurus and Ebera, Mecha Titanosaurus from the manga. Godzilla vs. Sea Monster is incredibly fun. I especially love Akira Takarada's character. He feels like an Invader Zim character that probably sounds far-fetched. No, I think it's got charm to it. I still think it's a fun movie, but we'll see. Got Godzilla Dominion at 2nd and Charles today. That's awesome. What movie does my name originate from? That's Godzilla 2000. Whenever -1 director said that Godzilla cells were in Noriko, people have been saying Godzilla impregnated her, and it's so annoying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't impregnate her. Heisei Creation. I have this odd feeling that even though people probably look down on me for collecting kaiju stuff, but not necessarily, but that if I collected dinosaur toys, they would 100% see me as a kid. It's kind of weird, don't you think, that millions of years ago, these gigantic, nightmarish creatures inhabited the planet, and now they are relegated as a societal norm that like only kids can enjoy their existence and their toys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I think it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'd be surprised if San Diego Comic-Con made a variant of a web exclusive. Regarding Shimo, generally they stick with colorways that are optional to the collection things the general masses would want, right? I don't know why, but it feels what they are. No, I think you're absolutely right. Chrono the Game and Chronosaurus, the scariest kaiju, in your opinion? The scariest kaiju? I mean, Destroyer is pretty scary. I feel like that movie had like a horror element to it that I don't think any of the other movies have really had. The fact that he can just like separate out. So, yeah, I feel like Destroyer, at least for me, I think he's the scariest one. Toho should finish Wolfman vs. Godzilla and release it on special release Blu-ray. Maybe for the 80th anniversary. My uncle who works at Nintendo told me specifically Bandai's making a Mecha Titanosaurus for the movie Detail movie Monster series, not fake. Oh no, one could dream. Now, Kaiji Canuck, I must ask, do you know the true explanation for why some strange individuals, the wider fandom, seem to claim Godzilla 2000 as a man named Jerry Rivera? I do not know why and wish to. No, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no. I think I may have heard that once before. It sounds vaguely familiar, but that is not something off the top of my head that I'm aware about. Dennis, you're late. No, Dennis, you are not late nor early. You arrived in exactly when you were needed. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Unirradiated minus is also spooky. Yeah, Odo Goji is pretty spooky, I guess. He's not spooky. He's just he's fierce. Hedera can be creepy. Yeah, that's true. Hedera can be kind of creepy. I hope that they sort out the rights too. I need an articulated Mechanic Kong and Toho Kong. I just know Super 7 would be the people to make a glow-in-the-dark variant of the lightning hitting. Yeah, they absolutely they would. Would you be interested if Monster Arts did Gemstone Godzilla figures? Yes, 100%. Godzilla Rex is... I love the Godzilla Rex design. The Gigan I could take or leave, depending on how much it costed. If it's like, oh yeah, here's a web-exclusive fucking $180 US, no thank you. I won't take the Gigan. Godzilla, though, I would definitely want to pick up. I would say 95 Gauss or Zetas are the scariest guys. Yeah, I haven't seen Gamma the Brave, but I'm vaguely familiar with his presence in the movie. And then 95 Gauss. Yeah, I think those are good answers. Also, happy first channel, but thank you very much, Chrono. I really appreciate it. I hate that people call me weird for collecting figures, but if I liked something like sports, they'd say I'm basic. Like, what do you want from me? Yeah, it's the struggle. Listen, I think what you've highlighted is the dilemma, but also like the simplest answer. No matter what you're into, people will have an issue with. So you might as well be into the things that you really enjoy. There you go. This is kind of a personal question. It's fine if you don't want to answer it, but what is your ethnicity? Oh, nobody's asked me this. So I am half Indian. My mom's from India, and then my dad's from Pittsburgh. But my dad's parents are a mixture of German and Italian. So yeah, there you go. But I'll be whatever you need me to be, Ethan. Chrono, singular point Kumonga would be scary if it was chasing you, honestly. That's true. Gemstone Megalon can have all my money, any series, any line. Gemstone Megalon is pretty damn baller. Actually, when Childish Landino asked me Gemstone Godzilla, I forgot about Megalon. Megalon would be amazing. Absolutely correct. Chungus Gigan honestly looked kind of ridiculous. He looks so smooth and the proportions are kind of weird, right? I think that if they... Like, Megalon is a huge improvement over Gigan. So, yeah, I think that Gigan is just an artifact of its time. Satoshi, hello, what did I miss? Welcome in, Satoshi. You can always go back and watch the VOD if you wanted to see what you missed, but happy to have you. We're gonna stream for another 15 minutes before I take a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna be doing the Figure Mania show right at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Gabra can honestly be creepy if he could materialize in the real world or be a Freddy Krueger, not Freddy Krueger, Freddy Krueger parody. Doug is huge, honestly. I don't remember what the problem was. No way, I'm in you too. Nice. There's like 2 or 3 billion of us, but I'm glad we could find each other. 200 feet. Yes, like, yeah, he is pretty big. You getting the new Monster Arts Gamera? No, I have the first one, so I don't have too much need for the new one. I actually made a Gabra redesign for a fanfic where it hurts children. Nice. Italian, you say? Yeah, Rob. Maybe that's why people are like, oh, you and Shinra Bura look the same. It's got to be the Italian genes. Connell, thank you very much. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the support. I saw a cult of Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, or however you say it, and I hate that Godzilla. It is just so out of place. I have never been attached to Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. Sorry, Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. But the people that like it seem to really like it. I forgot Harold was streaming tonight. Yeah, yes he is. I'm surprised Bandai haven't made a charged MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla yet. Yeah, it just speaks to how many people bought the first one, right? If people aren't really buying... If not too many people are buying the first one, then Maybe it just doesn't make sense. Orga is actually horrifying. Yeah, I guess he is. I didn't mean hate. I meant dislike. Forget what was the previous. It's okay, bud. Don't worry about it. Wait, so does this mean Rob is too, as you and him are the same person? Yeah, Rob's Italian. Absolutely. You look nothing like Rob? Nah, that's not true. Haya make Hanna-Barbera Godzilla now? Listen, I know that Super 7 has talked to Hanna-Barbera about some of their specific licenses. Which ones, we don't know. I think it is safe to assume that Godzilla was talked about, but we won't know how those conversations went. Reptar is better than Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. That's funny. You got the shelf in? Well done. Gigan, but he can talk. Captain McKay, congrats on the 1 year. Always like your videos. Got anything particular looking forward to more than anything else? Thank you, Captain McKay. I watched your -1 Super 7 Ultimate video. I really liked it. I really like the level-headed approach that you take to your content. Anything in particular you're looking forward to more than anything else? Yes, but I can't say. Canuck and I just have the vibe, but it's probably just the beards. it's the beards and the Italian. Who would Gigan sound like? I think he'd sound like Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! There is a toad on my front porch right now. What should I call it? Wart. You never see Rob and Kyle in the same room. Makes you think, don't it? Yeah, I agree. The only Hanna-Barbera property I would want of right now is Thundar the Barbarian. Could happen. I don't know. It could happen. Despite all the issues, MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla is a great sculpt. I might even skip the eventual Haya because of it. I won't. I'll buy it anyway. Yeah, I love the MonsterVerse. The MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla Monster Arts figure. I think it's a fantastic figure. I didn't know that there were tail issues. When my wife, in that video we did, when she moved the tail, I know there was a subset of people that like freaked out. They were like, "Oh my god, she's gonna break that tail," and I had no idea that was a thing that could happen. The toad should be named Gremlin. That's funny. Honestly, I think the logistics of figure creation distribution is just as fun and fascinating as the hobby of collecting itself. I agree, and that's why I do the goddamn channel. Kyle, you ever been to Kanto? No, I have been to Japan. I went when I was doing my nuclear degree. We went to the Fukushima site. But no, I don't think I've been to Kanto. I can't say now. I'm intrigued. Thanks for watching the video. Q4's got a lot of good stuff coming. That's what I'll say. Destroyer is just the Ridley of Godzilla. Interesting. I want an SH mod. No, get out of here. If you have to cast Toho's big 5 voice actors, who would it be? Chris Pratt as Goji. No. Chris Pratt. It's just a meme. I would do Christopher Judge as Godzilla. But only because that's the big 5. If it was Kong, I would do him as Kong. But no, Christopher Judge as Godzilla. Tilda Swinton as Mothra. Ghidorah, you would need 3. I don't know who I would do for Ghidorah. Rodan. I'd have to think about this a little bit more. If Monster Arts released a supercharged, evolved Godzilla that was $100 instead of $140 with closed hands and an atomic breath accessory, literally impossible, not just because of the price, would you buy it? If I got the first one in hand and I really like the first one, I would think about it because I really like the supercharged Godzilla Evolved, the way he looks in the movie. I think he looks really cool. So maybe. Depends how the first one turns out. Rodan should be Jack Black. No, retired Jack Black, and as well as Chris Pratt. We need, yes, there you go. Steve Buscemi as Minya would kind of hit. That's funny. Seth MacFarlane as all of them. Imagine one of Ghidorah's heads is Stewie. Monster vs. Mechagodzilla is a really great figure, man. The tail is lovely but weird. Like both it and the thigh pistons almost talk to you in how and when they're at the limit. I see. Yeah, the engineering is nuts, and I assume that the engineering on that is kind of why Haya might be taking so long with theirs, if it's not outright canceled, is because it is a very complicated model. Ghidorah should be the voices of the Lion King hyenas. That'd be funny. I saw someone say Godzilla's inner monologue is Keith David and Kong's is Ron Perlman, and that's perfect for that. Is pretty good, actually. That would be really good. Jack Black is good. No, what is with the Jack Black? No, we need more Will Smith. I just watched Shark Tale, by the way. Well, hopefully he doesn't slap too many people. Danny DeVito is Zangiris. That would be funny. They would all be Stewie, so less Seth too, please. There you go. Danny DeVito is Zangiris. Oh, that would be really funny. Kaiju Kanagazuko. Yeah, you just like hear me making various noises as Kong is picking me up and using me as a blunt weapon. MG21 needs the Terminator's voice. You mean Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is that who you mean? Did you just say the Terminator's voice because you don't know how to spell Schwarzenegger? You want me to be Monster? Oh, I could be Monster vs. Ebra. I could do that part. I was born to take that part. Oh, easy. Quick, someone do an edit of Kaiju Kanagazuko. Get to the chopper. Ray Romano is... Seriously though, your channel is really really is the focal point for the nitty-gritty details of this hobby. The fact that you do discuss logistics is part of what makes your content rather unique. Well, thank you, Daniel. I do appreciate it. Like, my guiding compass for running this channel is to make the content that I always wanted to watch. And I don't feel like it's led me astray. I feel like it's been a really good... I think it's been a really good compass. And that's really the best advice I can offer to people that are interested in getting started on YouTube, is to make the stuff that you would want to watch. Arnold should be either be Gigan, Space Godzilla, or Mechagodzilla. Well, he's got to be Mechagodzilla, right? You can't just like not do that. Oh, 38 watching and only 11 likes. Guys, please hit that button for Canuck. Yes, please. Yeah, please do hit the like button. I don't mean to be the guy who's like, comment, and subscribe, but it does help. Have you seen the Dogman movie trailer? I saw like clips of it on Twitter that like people were unhappy about it for some reason. But like the Dogman is well beyond my time, so I don't know too much. No, you're spreading misinformation about Haya Mechagodzilla 21. Yeah, apparently. Ethan, you would also voice Parrot Frog in the Warthog. I could do it. I could do it all. Dislike, don't comment, and unsubscribe. I mean, you could do that too if you want. Stephen Wright as Hedera. Haya Super Goji would be unreal. Hey man, Movie Monster Series is doing theirs. I think it's time for a Super Godzilla renaissance, don't you think? You know, Mondo put out their Super Godzilla repaint of their Space Godzilla vinyl. I think it's time for a renaissance. How did you find Monarch Season 1? Did you enjoy it or were you mixed? I liked it how it started off. I thought there was a lot of interesting stuff they were going to go down. that they were going to get into. I thought it ended strong. I thought the middle was rather inconsistent. I think that a season 2 could be really good, but season 1 I was a little bit mixed on. I thought it started strong. I think it ended strong. I think in the middle, though, it was kind of up and down. Ion Dragon needs some love. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even really like the Ion Dragon that much. I think people dig Ion Dragon because he, like, I think people enjoy seeing new monsters, and I think that's part of the appeal of Ion Dragon. But it's okay. It's fine. You want a movie monster series Dorat? I want to see Super 7 do a supersized Dorat. They have a supersized line, vinyl line. They could make a life-size Dorat. That's really funny. Put Terry Cruz's voice on Minya. That's really funny. I need someone to do 6-inch scale Pacific Rim stuff. Childish Landino, are you not getting like the Ling Jihun stuff? I think it might be 7-inch. But is it that you need it to scale with Godzilla? Willem Dafoe as Space God. That could be really cool, actually. Willem Dafoe's a great actor. He's amazing. Ion Dragon just kind of looks cool, but why would it need more? Why would it need more live? It died like a bike. Otachi versus Mothra. Depending on the Mothra, but Otachi's pretty formidable there. What do you think about the Godzilla Earth series? Do you mean the anime trilogy? There are some compelling and interesting ideas in the anime trilogy. I don't feel like much of it was capitalized on in a way that was compelling. Tom Holland is Godzilla Jr. That's funny. They're 8-inch, pretty sure. Are they actually 8-inch? I thought I saw a size comparison that showed the Crimson Typhoon the same height as Gypsy Danger. I have the Crimson Typhoon coming. I'll be doing a video on it. Just got here. Thank you very much, Patrick. We are going to be wrapping up in a couple minutes, taking a short break, then going to the Figure Mania show in half an hour. So we will be stopping soon, but it's just a bit of a break. Leatherback against Kong, Godzilla against Slattern. Do you know Jobby the Gong? I do know Jobby, yeah. His videos, I don't watch too many of his videos, to be honest. They're a little bit too busy for me, a little bit too crazy. But he seems like a good guy that enjoys his hobby and he enjoys his job, and that's all you can really ask for in a content creator. I've got to be honest, Ion Dragon is cool, but he kind of looks like a Walmart branded Gauss. I agree with you. If they released one, would you buy a 6-inch Playmate, Scylla, or Drowned Viper? Yes, I would. Apparently, there were listings for a Drowned Viper and a One Eye that were supposed to be in this newest wave of figures, but they were not there, and so we're not really sure what happened to those two. So it still could happen, a Drowned Viper and a Scylla, but we'll see. Arnie, the next stream will be Figure Mania show. Yes, Figure Mania show stream. Be over on his channel. Anime trilogy feels like it wants to be introspective, but forgot the definition of the word. I think that's a good way to put it. First video of yours I saw was the reaction to Dr. Skipper's very awful video. That's funny. Yeah, that video is a lot of people's starting point with me, so that's great to hear, and I'm glad to have you here, Mitchell. Godzilla -1 versus Leatherback. I feel like that I don't. When you ask this question, I don't think you give enough credit to -1's regeneration factor. There were so many snakes and serpents in GXK. That's true. Have you seen the new Monster Arts Gamera? I have. I think it's cool. Arnie Ashima, what killed the Kong's ass? Did you cry during -1? I may have shed one manly tear, but not a single tear more than that. All right, gang, it is now 8:30. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to another great year here with the channel. We're going to take a small break. Hop on over to the Figure Mania shows stream in half an hour. We will all be there. Going to be there with Kyle Wadiga from Super 7. It's going to be a great time. Hope to see you there. Thank you again so much for watching. And until next time, I will speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.